Welcome, this is Love 20 Podcast. My name is Dennis Iman, and we're back here with what we usually do all the times, conversations that sometimes shifts how you think. We're not here to just have conversations just to entertain or kuti basi bwera bwera. We want to have a conversation that when you listen to, at least thinking in one way or the other. So it's either it educates you or it challenges a norm that you have held for so long without questioning. And I'm sure that today you will gain one or two of those things. And my guest today is somebody that I've followed for a long time in the media. He's someone that I'm sure when you hear his name, you know I've read about him or I've heard him speak or I've followed what he has been speaking about. So today I'm sitting with Horace Nyaka. You are a PR practitioner.
Yes.
Yeah, I did a little background of where you have worked. I think I've worked a lot in different NGOs and here and there.
Yeah.
But I think, from Kali when you just hear Horace Nyaka, for me it was like a journalist.
Yes, yes.
But how do you best describe yourself?
Wow. I think I'm a journalist. I'm a business person. I'm a writer. I'm a trainer. I'm a thinker.
I wanted that part.
So
because
basically, yeah.
Yeah, they are journalists, they are media practitioners and whatnot.
Yes.
But whenever I meet your name, I always associate you with free thinking. Not just a thinker, but free thinking.
Absolutely.
Before I read, when you post anything on social media, before I read, I tell myself you're reading something written by Horace Nyaka. Don't be offended even just by...
In case.
Read with an open mind and get what he's trying to say.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that's the Horace that I would want to have this conversation with today.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're always like that, because even when you post something, follow Yvonne Sunda, so I think that's how I got into read more of your social media posts and comment on different things.
I think it's just a culture that I've developed. Basically, I prefer kumanena chilungamo, kumayankhula zinthu zimene mwina society sikufuna kumva. Around 2009 at times anayambisa ka newspaper timati Weekend Times. Kanali ka newspaper kuti kosangalasa koma anthu ambiri sosika makomera faja zimene wiki yachiwiri napezeka kuti tagwirizana ndi editor nayambisa column Senior Bachelor on Friday. Kumalemba moyo wa single person and stuff. Zindodi anthu ambiri samafuna kuti azizikamba. So that's the kind of conversations that I've wanted to talk about. Even if it's sometimes, if I want to talk about politics, I prefer discussing zinthu zimene anthu sakufuna kuzikambirana. If it's social life, our lifestyles, what's happening today, mwina achinyamata, suicides kuzipha, you find anthu apabanja, divorce, all these. There's a need to this kind of conversation, an open conversation, even the most painful things. So basically, if you follow my thoughts, normally I'm according to how Samaima straight, but many anthu ambiri would want. So my personal friends will even tell me, sometimes when we don't want to hear the truth, we stay away from you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know. I've met you Ntawina. I think you were with was it Herbert Chandilanga that time?
Yes.
So conversation I was very interested. So because I had known Herbert, so it's like Horace Nyaka. I was just very fascinated by
the discussion
that were going on. Very blunt, truthful, not
No. Yeah, because the problem with our society is the conformity. So people want to conform.
Exactly.
People don't want to offend others. in the end we keep hurting society, we keep hurting ourselves. Yeah, so even for young people, I think I encourage, have friends that are going to challenge you. In your circles, if you've got everyone agreeing with you, something is wrong. Yeah, something is really wrong. It's either ndekuti kucheza ndi mbuli zopitilira mulingo oleweyo ndi munthu oyipa oti azinzako samafuna kuuza chilungamo. So both sides, they are not good.
Actually bad,
Yeah. So I think it's important, and I try that when we're having these conversations, zizikhala beyond zoonekeratu. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So you have just said, I know you put your thoughts across the topics of Siana, and one of them is the one that you actually started a collab with Weekend Times.
Yes.
As a Senior Bachelor.
Yes.
But there's a pressure. There's a pressure from the society, from parents, for achinyamata ambiri kuti akwatire. And this pressure is not just kungokwatira, komanso even process yokwatirayo anapange chinkhoso ukwati aliyese akumafuna aonetsetse kuti wathu wa mwana wathu uposewa kuti wakuti. Pali makolo ena amati ndapita ma engagements ambiri, ndapita nzikwati zambiri. Chimene ndikufuna ineyo anthu adzanditsatire. What it takes kwa apena kukwatira nawo alibe nazo ntchito. But you have been pushing this narrative kuti akulu teni ma pressure amenewa tisayitengere yayi. Why do you think it's very important kuti we should not be pressurized into as many and kind of settling down into family and all these processes?
It's quite a tricky thing. I went through the same. So when I was like younger, my aunties would come and tell me, mkwatire mwakuti ndendi mata bwanji ife tathandiza anthu ambiri ndetufunanso kuti atithandize ukwati wako ndendata. So that's the reason you want me to marry. Anthu amafunika kubwezerana makuti. Yeah, but at least for me, I'm lucky that I'm somebody who makes my own decisions and sindimaopa kuti anthu anena kuti chani. But for young people, settling down is good. But settling down comes with my responsibilities, comes with my challenges. So, if you look at our economy, and not just now, for years and years, we are generally a poor country.
Exactly.
Masalaries are tundotsika. Moyo to manage zinthu ndizokwera. So when you take in a young person, 25, 28, a fresh graduate, kuti apange ukwati. It's either akuyena ngopanga ka simple wedding kuti akayambe banja lawo licha. Komano society zimenezo sikufuna akhalaso kuti either mwamunayo lonkazi uja ali ndi pressure. Kwawo kuja they want something big. So chikondi chili apo komano ma pressure wakubwera kuti mwina amupanga ukwati uja 10-20 million budget. Salary yanu nonse kuphatikiza pa mwezi mwina 1 million. Ndekuti dzingongole dzichani mukayamba banja lija anthu oti makondana. Koma muli ndi pressure
yangongole yoti mwembe kubweza ngongole.
So in a relationship nkhani za ndalama zimavuta kuzikambirana. So you find kuti kakapo ndithu kabwino kuti zinthu zimayenda, you start seeing kuti paliti ma frictions. Sakufuna kuuza na chilungamo koma ndalama it's a challenge. Banja lija layambidwa ndi ngongole. So you find kuti mwina 2-3 years chaphulika chithopsa chija, mwina banja lija latha, or one of them mwina sakuyenda bwinobwino. Then kubwera ma pressures ku office mwina performance osayenda, mwina kuba kumene, banja muja kupeza kuti mukukangana, amene mwina sangathe kuzigwira kufika mwina potenga moyo kumene kuti basi ndingotani ndingodzipha ndekuti mwina ukudzingongole kuti ansiti kunena kuti anthu amene ali single samakumana ndi mavuto ngati amene amathaso kumana nawo. So it's kind of challenging kuti society yathu ipanga bwanji ma pressure amene akumapezeka. Ideally some of us like mmene timakula A wedding was a simple thing. Basi anthu aja mutengana apita church, mudi atiza kudya ta simple, ukwati watani? Wateka. And ukwati makhala basically ende kuti summer holiday from August to September. October. Basi zatani? Zata. Today, every day,
there's a wedding.
There's a wedding.
Mamawa ena masana ina usiku.
In fact, even in nthawi ya mvula if you go kuma venues also opeza kuti ndotani
booked, they are
fully booked. It's good, people are settling down, komaso zikubweresa ma pressures. But then we can't say kuti anthu asakwatire. I think what would happen is, I think people should live within their means. Koma ukamapanga ukwati ma decision ena samakhala anu, as you have said.
Most if ever, I think we have had the team conversations within mainly with the team kuti mina bitoka jambula kwina kwake, you can tell kuti aina gaje mina mapanga book au jambula akwa kufuna zakuti the moment you start meeting a committee abali chimasinda chinthu chijani kubwera, so you can tell me, I think whatever is happening ababa it's not just anthu amene amafunira koma aliyese akuli ndi picture yake amene akufuna zinthu zitani ziyendere.
And makhala nokuti maybe because of culture simungathe kukana kuti ichi sitipanga, ichi we cannot do, koma it's safer kupanga chinthu chimene ungachitani ungachikwanitsa. Okay, people talk about like Tom Mpinganjira. He's the richest black man
in this country.
Yes.
Oh no.
Ndolemera munthu wakuda olemera kwambiri mmalawi muno ndi Tom Mpinganjira. How did he do his wedding? Just took the wife, went to DC, anapereka kaya 15,000 kwacha. He had a small do with his close circles. Nkhani yatani? Yata.
Pano ni banja.
In fact, a very prominent marriage. He has all the money he would have wanted to do. But then if you see what Tom Mpinganjira did, he may have done it just because he said, let me just do this, ndagula. But he may also have done it to talk to young people. That you can do this thing without killing yourself. Basically, that's the lesson that I picked from there. Kuti izizi zitakuteka osazika mmavuto enali osaza chuma. And mukhala mu manga banja lanu bwinobwino. And zinthu izi zikumachitika tu even kwa anthu anakwatirana kale. You find kuti pena paka akangoti atola kathuku aja
basi tukapanga ukwati tukadalitsa ukwati then chipatero
chachikulu. Then after that, okay, ena zimakhala kuti it's possible for them, ena zimakhala bekuti azika kamizaso. So I think we need to find a balance as a society. And for young people ana oti tuchita kwadzoti akuyamba kumene moyo, I don't think it's correct kuti tizapanga push into those expenses, because I would say like 10-20 million for a young couple.
It's a lot to start investment.
In fact, I've said kuti ngati muli ndi 20 million yopangira ukwati ine muthu ogula kanyumba ka 2 bedrooms and start your family without paying rent. Iwe ndaka zako mukuyamba banja.
And you know kuti if you are living in a house yoti simulipira rent, you have taken one of the biggest pressures, financial pressures many makhala.
So you starting family yako iweyo opanda milandu. Olo kuti ntchito yatha pokhala kuti
ulinapo uzichoka pena pake kuti pachikhalire kumaka thamango kasakasaka zina zochi.
Sungamapemphe rent. Chakudya you can ask your friend, and ndigaire 5 pin, ndigaire 10 pin, they'll give you rent 200,000-300,000. Even abale yako sakupatsa. So if we start looking at life like that, maybe we could solve some of the problems that we have.
And we know kuti pressure here ukwati, it's something that chikuchokera be ku society yathu because of maybe how people perceive it to be. When you look at nkhani za ukwatis, we have got several. You just give an example ya Mpinganjira. When the civil wrote kwa DC ndukwati. The government aliyesa akuzoti awawa ndi banja. Tipita ku church, it's another route. Ndukwatiso. Do you think maybe we are taking the religious route too much, and that's where a lot of pressure comes from for people to actually showcase, because it's a white wedding kind of thing that maybe so
I don't think it's even religion, because if you look at the Protestant churches, ukwati wamenera azimanga Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go to CCP, ukwati tsiku lomanga ukwati CCP ndi Thursday. Si tsiku loti anthu mungapange madyerero chanchani. Iwaja as a church, all they need to do is to bless your wedding. Takudalisani, inu zitanini, zipitani. So I don't think it's religion that's pushing us to have these lavish weddings and everything. For me, as a communications person, as someone who interacts with people and I've seen many waendera moyo watu, I think, I may be wrong, but I think Nigerian movies, soapies, and a lot of things that we've been watching Zago Nigeria, they have pushed our society a lot to society okonda big celebrations. Yeah. So today, if you check in my kitchen, baby, a lot of things that are getting money from society, from the family, it's important to celebrate, but you have to celebrate when you can. So for me, if you look at it, if you check Nigerian movies, you
it's
see
actually really
there's an
we
influence.
are copying some things.
There's an influence. What 20, 30 years ago,
very different.
You see there's a difference. So for me, I don't think it's religion. I don't even think, okay, it's a culture, because culture is made, culture is built. So we've now built a culture that we've borrowed from the West Africans. This Igwe type of showcasing big money and everything. Because religion is basically, they just facilitate. And
whatever you do, it's
up to you. Kaya mapita nzigidi, kaya mapita cathedral, kaya mapita ku temple, wherever you pray. Akangokudalisira nokwati wajama kauda atani.
We're done.
The rest is kumakhala no zaife. Deta ukwati wakuti unali chonchi.
They fail. Tike moto chonchi
tifike hapa. So for me, I think it's need to influence external, nangasi basi, social media, television, to go on as into those. Yeah, so we have a society that's turning into what we call socialites. Ngati ku US kuja kumakhala socialites ku Europe. These big families that are in this ndalama. Ndama takakhala ndipate yawo.
Everybody.
Ziko lose limadziwa kuti uku kunali pate. So if a society yathu ndikupeza kwathukolira ndikupeze kaso kuti we are becoming a socialite type of society. Nde even church ija ikadalitsa zina zono zikumakhala za ndani zathu. Of course, it's also making money for a lot of Malawians ochenjera ma service providers ojambula zimayopanga makeke materala obwerekesa magali moto my event planners. So the money, yes, is spreading, but where is the money coming from? That's where you find ndugumene kutapeza kuti mavuto. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now we're talking about family marriages, but now the need to settle down. Do you think everybody must marry or get married? Do you think it's actually
I don't know, because anthu akamanena kuti upange settle down amapereka zifukwa zambirimbiri. Like for me now, like at least I'm like middle age, nkani yake makhaya oti mukadwala you need someone pafupi, you see. Yeah, when you're young, you need munthu muzithandizana pakomo, mberekana mulereana maguti. But today, most of the parents are not married. If we do a survey today, a lot of the parents are not married. Society in the last 20 years, yeah. So I don't think that everyone should be married. It will not be possible. Marriage is a sacred thing. Commerce is something that has failed from biblical times. Even the greatest men, basically David, King David, one of the holiest men. David was happily married and stuff. He killed his own general, trusted general, Uriah, sent him on the front, kuti akapedwe amnyengere nkazi. That's how complex marriage is. So even you find kuti munthu ali married, so kuti amakhala kuti ndeti wathana naso. You find
they're still going here and there.
Even society had to maneuver. If you look at around, you find
very happily married.
Yes.
You see them on social media. Everything went,
They haven't even removed the ring.
It's there.
It's here.
Every day where they are.
Their spouse's picture is on their status every day. So, should we all settle down? I don't think it's possible. Those that can, then should do it. Because we still need the company. Yeah. But if people can also stay with partners, long-term partners. You know Oprah Winfrey? Yeah. The man she's seeing, Stedman, yeah, they've been over 30 years, but they're not married. But
because actually I was surprised when I heard Oprah is in a relationship with this Stedman, but all along I was like, you also find even 10 years the day you marry, so it's really something that marriage comes with my responsibility. You look at you in your family, mulipo 5 makolo ako anamwalira ulindazibale yako 4 kumbuyoko oti umatandiza. When you're marrying, you're getting a 5th person who has got more power and influence than azibale. Yeah. So akakhala wabwino ukwanisa kwathandiza azibale kwacha. Akakhala kuti maganizo ake ndiyena basi.
So it's between munthu okhala naye kujipinda ndi mbale wako. So the choice is always difficult. Yeah. So should we all settle down? Should we all marry? I don't think that will ever happen. Society has to accept kuti panopati zikhalanda anthu ena
odina Horace Nyaka
odindosa kwatira. It may happen. It happens. I've had friends who've married in their 50s, in their late 40s. Zimajitika. But then you make conviction. You're really assured kuti munthu ndakumana naye you.
I want to see. Yeah,
I think is nditagudani nditagubanga. So but for young people, there are a lot of things one can do with life. Build your career, have something, have fun, travel. Travel. See the world. It's short. You can't just be doing it for other people. It's short. Okay. You won't have it forever.
But then, and how many sanagwadiri? I don't know on your end. But they will say now you want it. Okay, let's say if I look at a person like you, you have a proper career.
You see, I always ask this. Are you telling me like today, can you marry Nzima without bejochita? Very likely like nkazi wako so she makes her own money. Sanga gone ndinjala for everywhere sunanta. In fact, women brag it's not like if they don't get money from you, she'll still buy her car. She'll still go to the salon. So the umbombo thing, I think we inherited it from our parents. Ntawe yagalekale yoti nzima ya mango kala. Nzima ya walero is as competitive as you are, as I am. So have heavy. Umbombo. Of course, it's also used kuti kakubaye iweyo. Let me just marry. Kama if you see single people, they are supporting my charities, ena kumuzi kwao wakulipirira mafizi anthu chani, and this single when you're making financial decisions, it's just you. You don't even have to consult anyone. umangoona kuti okay ndrama iyi nditauthandizira ndrama ijapita. No one will even ask you kuti ndrama yaenda bwanji. So yeah, I've heard the umbombo thing a lot. It's said a lot. Hey, mungofuna muzijanoka. Hey, makuti koma. I know the idea is just to force you. Kuti basi utani ukwatire. Koma doesn't wash ziko lalero lino. Ndiline pano if I'm going to marry most likely rakhalanzi mayi kuti anichito yabwino ka business yabwino wapangabe achieve kena kake nde umbombo wafuna wachani, because it will not be a woman oti ngati ndapita field osasiya ndalama ndetagona ndi njala. So palibe umbombo, it's just something society basi mangofuna kuti I wouldn't call it like stigma or chani komano basi society has issues ndizinto zinazake zoti like ukhala usakwatira after a certain age society atusima chiona chinthu chanzeru. Yeah. Okay.
Now when it comes to my relationships, yeah, pali anthu okwatira as a family, pali anthu ena ali ndi mitala anasankha kuti akwatira azikazi awiri atatu.
Yeah.
Mostly ndi azibambo. But when a woman okay, we have got polygamy families set up where a man
has got two or three wives.
Yes. But in a situation where a woman says, I want to date two people, two different men, it becomes an issue.
Oh yeah.
Where does this come from? And from you, your interaction here and there, the study of the society, why is it a taboo, basically, for a woman to say, I will
have to? I think it's because if I and Ramona, we do most of the things we do for leisure, for pleasure.
Okay.
Yeah. You can even see like maybe the male lion. Tamanga jipa nyama ija jikangoti japa.
Ngojijamulo kangosiya basi.
Goes. Pomwe as they do things out of conviction. You find kuti munthu wamuna eti atha kupita mwina kukagona ndi mzimayi wina just because mwina ali ndi nyashi, or maybe mapanga matama, or maybe ndoera, or maybe anthu amamuyankhula naneso ndikangotani,
let me just prove
with no attachment, no emotional connection, no nothing. A woman is different. If she decides kuti agone ndi munthu nyamaka kuti mkati mwakemu akutani,
it's a conviction
kuti ineyo munthu yuyu ende akapita pene paja ukakhazikika. Secondly, a woman is a keeper, so you wouldn't expect one person to keep two families. Pomwe azibamba ife timangoenda ukuka kangokuphikira kaya wadya kunyamuka kutani kupita. The woman has to take care of the whole home. So I think that's why society would not allow anzimayi kuti akhale ndi mitala. Secretly they do. Yeah, we know married women these days sizikusiyana kwenikweni ndi azibaba. Now so akutamanga mokwanira. Komano it's because no man would want to be in a relationship where the woman is openly also servicing another family. Pomwe the women menana kalira amathautani kuvomereza. I don't know whether I should say it's unfair to the women or not, but then that's how it is. Yeah.
Because when you look at these stories, it has that my issues, I mean, magamba, even when you mentioned the suicide journey.
Yes.
As Bambambili, we are succumbing to EDD, my effects of relationship. Okay, maka pressure ga umina ndarama, banja munja mudiga. Then the moment mkazi watu tamva gambili kuti I don't think we have enough men that are able to
stand and say it's okay. Aye. And that's very true. Pomwe woman will say, okay, fine. kodi ino azibambo mangu kondopanga zimene zibanje muzizipasa ulemu makuti ngani ija yatani
yathera bombo zinthu zizipitirira
koma iwe the idea that this one did he really someone else
we don't like about it just that picture the graphic in you like it's something that I cannot withstand
that's
and then zikaba more
and azindrozerana kuti achiki yawo ija makuti that's why you even see guys who are kuli bwinono ndingosowa I can't stand this in society kuti anthu azindiona kuti mkazi wanga wate pomwe how many women have seen their husbands ukwapanga zopusa kugwidwa umapeza kuti banja siri
kupitirirabe basi popo
koma azibambo zimakhala zotani zovuta. That's why so my issues amwena violence
mfuti anatirana mipeni
we have seen it my mom na anthu awombera nako literally kuomberana so imakhala benkani yoti it's not an easy issue and zikakhala sizinakuchitikira
you might think
maona ine nditha ngozita aya mwene nditha ngopanga chief even pachibwenzi pomwepa umatha kuona iyandibaya
mkazi wewe wadisiya amene you know
it's unacceptable even kubala kweni anthu amaswana mabotolo
mkazi wali angompeza momwemo
angokumana naye ndi munthu uyo ntchito yake ndidi sikuti simukudziwa ayi kuti uyu service yake ndimene wakhala kubaya na mipeni kutani because basi a man is like that. That's why women always say, you people are selfish. You want to do what you can do if we can't do. So it's kind of tricky.
Okay.
Sure.
I was reading, I think in one of your posts, you posted you have a daughter.
Yes, I have a daughter.
One or how many children do you have?
I have 2 children.
2 children.
Yeah. So the one people know mostly it's this girl.
She's 10, 21. Yeah. So I was reading what you said. It was more like, okay, the one cool I can now be advisor, not how do you want your daughter to when you see her and you think of the society basically expectations have been now mwana wankazi and the way you view life
so many life
how do you want her to grow? What decisions do you think you want to see her make?
That's why I said now I can just watch. Because a 21-year-old valibejo mweunga vange where as a parent you just wish it kuti mwina atakhala khalidwera bwino chani koma what I've done is gradually I've been releasing her pang'ono. My daughter did not have a phone until she went to secondary school, and when she was in secondary school phone yake naliyopanda internet atafika form 4 she would use her mother's phone if she want to use WhatsApp and everything. Adalemba from 4 bought a proper phone now. She was not on WhatsApp until the day I dropped her in university.
Okay.
Yeah. And the day I dropped her in university, I sat down with her. I told her now go university kumakhala ma WhatsApp groups as a kunsazo kutumizira nizinto and everything. You can download WhatsApp on your phone. This thing is good, but it's also bad. Yeah, so it's a make or break. Zimene uzipanga pa chinthu ichi uzidziwa kuti taina lyonse anthu ena outside your life atakuzitani atakuzipeza. So that's all I told her. I'm a strange dad. For the 4 years she's been in college, I've never gone to see her.
Okay.
Yeah, I say let her enjoy. Yeah. So I only went to see her before she turned 21. I had bought her a few things just to drop. Then I went. How do I want her to grow? I want her to grow up street smart, and that's what I've told her. I've told my daughter that nobody else cares about you more than themselves. I've told her kuti ukamakhala, you're not special to anyone, not even to me, Because there are times in eso I have to prioritize
my own needs
and my own life. So you have to hustle hard to take care of your life. I've told her, if I die today, even as Baleanga, they'll only take care of you up to a certain point. Kwinago, they'll take care of you. So I've also told her, Udas Bambo, Timakala, chonchi. This is what we want in women. This is how we want to treat women. So when you meet people, you can make decisions on your own. But one important thing that I've told my daughter, I've got 2 sisters as well.
Okay.
So with 2 sisters, 2 brothers, 3 and 4. I've told my sisters, I've told my daughter, only have sex when you want to have sex. Don't have sex because you want money. Because if you do sex because you want money, you lose your power. You cannot protect yourself.
I know. That means every time you have a need for money, you think I can
have sex.
But
when if you're going for money, you can't say I need protection. Because you've sought the protection with the money you're getting. So I've said, have sex because as a human being, you've got a need, you've got ugumva what you want to have sex. Not because you were shorter and stuff. So I've told them, you cannot have money every day. My daughter tells me, the money you give me isn't as many money now. So she feels, hey, my dad has got MBC.
Hey, why are you just getting
my own mango? So she said, I was very money and these are not yours. These I've made for myself. None of them way I've put you through school. So work hard umenego. Now was zapanga zomo gutani okufuna. But basically I would want her to grow as a woman who is not only independent but also knows how to protect herself, because that's the most important thing. The sad part is I can't choose a man for her. And when you have a daughter and you're a businessman, that's the because who she gets may also affect your business and what you're doing. Because when I'm dead, I can't wake up and tell her Uriya is Musabanki. The hubby will just say, Mami, I didn't take good seloji, take a good my track. It got matter 2 years, and Asauga. But the Muntana indigenous Jiri. So the choices she makes are not just for herself, they're for everyone. So you just watch. The same way I do with my sisters in Mango Yangan. Whether I am comfortable or not, you just look.
Life here in you can.
Pomaga kala wa muna uma muzarada. Zimezi basi kama wankazi nangasanza tu amalo ndintima wa.
Exactly. And speaking of choices, have you personally ever been married, or you have settled I'm married? Because the tag of you being a senior bachelor sounds like somebody who has just been out there.
Basically, I've just been that kind of person. In terms of our society, basi kagurugandwa hajauji samanyazi banja. Sasa kufuna kudani.
Okay,
there was a time, maybe 22 or 23 years ago. So we tried. And the person I had that time, she was a lawyer. So to my Karabe. But one day, the Nakarabas in the woods and Siji Ngadani, you got take a monosuna desire now. So in the interest of peace, alias Azidani, Azibangazach. So basi not nice as likely the Makara area in Mosi, but everyone had their own house, so would do with the mostly Tika and they do by 1 month. And again, I go now another. It's also done. So basically, I'm that person. The shameful one, Oh, baso kuti basi sana khazikekeko pasi mmene society
imayembekezera kuti
imayembekezera kuti munthu wakwatira makuti my daughter even tells me when I'm like are you gonna move in with me? She's like nah nyumba kuti kulibe mom, I can't stay, so she prefers maybe to stay with her aunties and stuff. Yeah, but I don't know, we'll see how the future builds. Basically my aunties are always, they're so disturbed. Yeah, luckily I don't have my mom died when I was very young, not very young, when I was like 20 or 21. Yeah, my dad a bit later. Yeah, I don't know what would have happened if my mom was alive. Yeah, because most mothers will not allow.
No, I think actually as mine, I mean, I'm on it.
Yes.
No, they will talk to you every time, and I think
so. You know the power of a mother.
Yeah.
Your mom can even make you do something. You do so madani, so my phone, and she's got more power on, especially when I'm mona. So I say, maybe I'm this lucky because my mother's not around. If she was around, things may have been different. Because as my I'm a current, they won't, at least, because to them it's about respecting and everything. They also know what at least you have someone yourself. Yeah, but then I'm lucky. I don't.
How did you make this choice? Could you? I think. I don't care what people say. What is it like to say or what caused?
Good figure.
Boys, I know colleagues are married. Boys.
You know, it's just been one good earlier. When I was younger, maybe 21, 22, nazafika upena pake bona ngati mena ndikwatira. Mano napezeka kuti sindimapanga khalidwera munthu oti akwatira. Fana napezeka tinapita kupate ya National Bank intameja kumakhala mapate mulilongwe muno. Inali ku Sivo. So I took her. Tinapita ku Sivo kuja. Ndapita
ndinkazi
koma zimene makapanga kumeneko ngati kuti ndilindeka
still try to
kuona kuti akulu zimene mukupangazi mwabweratu ndinkazi pana. So mmene machoka kumene kuja zinthu zasokonekera anakwiya basi ndifuna ndrama ndipangise passport innocently kupereka chanchani kenako ukumva munthu ndapita ati ndi UK ngati ndifuna utani kubwera rase nananga kulondole ndizibwera kumeneko. So after that kwina kuno ndeivango khata basi tiye ndizimwa mowa tiye ndiziyenda tiziona dziko basi. But I'm sure something, you never know the future. Yeah, because sometimes you still see maybe company. Maso nanga sinkazi ama kukanga nama kupanga control. And maybe it's the rebellion, and maybe I'm someone who doesn't want to be controlled. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can talk about all those controls, but also one of the things that people get married is to have freedom of sexual encounters with someone. Ikakhala society yathu wani inachita kuyika kuti ifeyo we are religious, so according to religion you can only have sex after marriage. So kameka jakabe okay, you know kuti we are sexual beings.
Yes,
that's how animals. We live. We are animals. It's part of our life. But now ngati society kuzanoti but you cannot have sex before marriage. There are people the decision for them to marry is for them to actually to start having sex.
But are they having the sex in marriage?
We never know. Ngati zizikama tuluka peno kama zifomo ziyonda kwa
mumakhala mpaka 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Hey, and it's happening in a lot of families. Zina tukuzimva ndemwati mataniko kumeneko. So yeah, but to say kuti munthu akwatira for your afuna sexy ya daily. Ndekuti sometimes it could be mwina akhaletu munthu uja kuti kuthekera ali nako kochepa eti kuti mwina sangapeze mkazi mwina akufunira and stuff. Yeah, because we were just discussing here to wanna even mwina anthu apabanja mwina kuendera
no Mesa tubona ngati ukuku now why do you keep chasing him kunja
so akakhala munawo amanena guys mungonama twini timakhala atu ife timakhala ife ma weeks miezi ukatere abazate. So okay, this what I would say a lot of people don't like, but a single person it's good choices.
Okay.
Yeah, a single person ngati ukungokhala makhati wafuna kuti sindofuna ndizipanga ziti is pomwe if you're married akati no ndino
akachokapo kuti kayapita ku field it's not like really
ndizino mangomva kuti ayi medi wanchito anatere ayi amakala a house boy nanga single guy, can you do that? Single guy, can you can't. Even zima defilement, zima repu, zima yani. Find nanga si muntu jamwina wakanizidwa pa nyumba paja. He's a human being. Chukumpweteka eti. Kuda. You know muntu wamuna akauta kufuna. Masanduka chinyama.
Umeda bwana muna wamforokozera nkani za lessons zimene mene waendera zoti kweli kaya amweni sacrifice you say
for just for
yeah and zede chimene mafuna
mtima wakhala basi
amweni ma risk amene mukukamba ya ndanyanga kuno amweni utenga gali mu
23 uka mene uzopeza kuti mwina wabola tayala la gali mu there makhala there was a time
okay and this is common, it's a common thing I don't know this benda baji
umakhala ndi courage yopitilira mulingo. You know I went kaya kwa chanuko some year maybe 2909 ka 08 ndinakaswanya sample ya gali moto kumalo kuti and my friends were what were you 11 help was coming at 2 a.m. Chief, what are you doing here? Commander, many mapitayo sindi magani
zangu ni
umakhauri wasiwa guns
ile 9 na 42 like they see the same I think unzanga wenemi ya 40 na fuel akuvuta
yes koma waenda
fuel akuvuta waenda ati wangoloka bridge ya yopita pa institute bagabu institute baja fuel wantela pamene bajabu usiku
and he knew kuti mafuta
akuvuta
koma matani
uvangani yake asi kana ndibe ndana mona ndifika wewe ndenda ganiza ndibene ndibine ba
magula mafuta nchiguba aja odula oti awota asungani
hapo babwini kunali kuita ni tsanji ngapi
akasake
sake kaya black market akajena nani oti black market apita akati
you only think ukabwerako that was stupid. Koma ikangofika damage. And you know women also know that. Yeah. So women know. Kaya ifete kakwiya. You know there are times you've even deleted mina number yankas. This one sinza mutani so.
Sinza muyakula so.
Amango kupasa 2-3 days. And as they control us. Ango basi. They know uyu. Atulukira.
You know, this is a funny issue. When I was being honestly, you wonder, you have a conversation with Munde, Lelodi. I mean, he never said, my friends on the Zugus. Let me back as the gentleman about
go past 2-3 weeks.
I mean, one cousin,
the same one.
Hey, when was it?
Yeah, that's why I always say never get involved in other people's relationships. Never get involved. Let them decide on their own. Because once you get involved, you lose both people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because what will happen is I go just banga manyazi. Umona ngati opusa. Mwina azikutawa so akamapita kumana ndi mkazi uja.
Sazibuze, ayongone boda. Kodi nkulu ibasiku
I'm being avoided. Ukajitika stoka awa uzaso madam aja kuta.
And chances are very high. Adada.
Amandoza kuti ndikutai. You've lost two people. So zimezi zavuta jotani mafunika ungozisia. I believe don't give people advice in kind of a relationship. Aye. But I'm mvaso, by the way. Nobody listens. Utakumulesa muntu abomona kuti mukamasiana kulowera kuti. It's the same with women. Amata kuti panga blacklist it ma body tawa makumana tija. Umpeza wako uja wata uyu. Watani?
Obwelo.
Anzaka jamu nena mutani kena kwa. We are animals, we are humans. So ndizovuta.
Okay.
Sure.
When it comes down to your experience,
yes.
When you hear stories, I'm from Mabanja, when you read all these things happening, and the choice that you made with let me stay away from this institution of marriage.
Yeah.
What would you advise Winawake? Or he's uncertain as well.
Should I?
Is pressure ikubwera? But agakhala he feels I don't think I'm ready for this. But time is going.
Yeah.
Expectations, people are high on Panova.
I think as unorthodox as it sounds, pressure ina makayana. Yeah. Pano society atu ikulola kukhala ndi mwana outside the marriage. As I said, we have more single parents than ever. So if the issue is about kids, have a kid, but make sure you're taking care of your kid. You should be the first person your kid goes to agakhala lindivuto. If you're a man, if women always take care of their kids.
Exactly.
Yeah. Kumangaduli nzibambo, if you know go ufuna mwana, you should be ready to support
the kid.
Also di muntu jano aziso na echo jita mwana uchi. Iwe why you're still alive. Yeah. So you can solve the issue of the kid. Just have a child. Make sure you're taking care of the child. When it's the commitment you kalabamoza as the family as marriage, you need to think a lot. And don't just think about today. Think about the future. Also look at this person. Is she or he someone who is going to give you peace when you're with them? How do they react? How do they make their decisions? Business decisions, social decisions. All these affect relationship. So you see, if I commit, so there's life outside marriage. If you think you can do it, do it. Morganizira. Don't kill yourself because you want to marry. But if you can, as Apostle Paul says in the Bible, stay like me. Because Paul says, if you can, don't marry. Yeah. So that's what my advice would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking of kids, pressure mbili so many igumabwele ndi nkanyana. The moment muntu wabeka mimba bena bake, makolo society expects kuti anthuwa whatever the circumstance inalipo kuma mwina mukwatirani.
Yeah.
And that's a pressure that I think anthu ambiri anakalowa mbanja, not because they had sat down and made decision, but kuti panabwera mwana so tikuyenera tikansamale mwana uja limodzi. What's your view of agaga system? What if
I don't subscribe to that. You can't have a relationship where there's no happiness. The kids also need a happy family. So if the happy family is not the two of you, let the kid go. Maybe the mother is going to have a happy family, or the father will have a happy family with someone else. Yeah, so you will have Anna out there growing up in a family or this because the parents are being forced. And these are the families we see later. Anna Jagangora figure.
Yeah. And now you actually wonder, okay, you have raised kids to 16, 17 years, 18.
Akangota boarding or college.
Okay, how did you guys endure all this time?
Basically, I call them enemies under one roof. So you had enemies staying together just to raise kids. So they know boarding, college.
We can now go and do
basically
life.
You've wasted each other's 15, 20 years. Yoti nzako bwezali uku, iweso bwezulu uku. So mugamasiana, uyu is injured, iwe you're injured. Nde umango pesa no agataka ese relationship uku. Garbage yose mena na joka unayo kuti
uku. Wakari wa inyamula
kubwera nayo. Yeah. So I don't think people should be forced into marriage just because Paliana.
And from your experience, what's one worst thing that you have heard people say about you because you're not married? That you sat down, kuma ineo mpaka nafikiriwa mwankrino chonjo nina yonjo, whether it was said directly to you or you heard from people.
There was the first group we have on Facebook should be 2012 or so. I might children met or Ambwali. That's the first. As my asanambe my group that would all as bamboo. One of the earliest groups. There make a list as bamboo. Onyenga nyenga Malawi mono. So I made that list. Ndiwiro lemba uyu wamuiti namendera benzi ya waiti amango namiza azimai kutawa kwatira. Maguti hula ameneyu maguti ndepa nali list nditu nalipoka ya zibambo 40 maayo mono atatika
aliyesa neti description yake
zina lako ndi majimu wako zina lako description ndi majimu wako. That one really hurt because nasi my family saw it, my cousins and everyone. But then I said I can't control what people say about me. In society, when you're single, you're a certain age, you want to be zimira baweka. People think you could every day no mango carry as my yeah. You can't go to house and I stay like months and months without even doing these things. Samadani, Samakurubiri. So they think it would be a day. Yeah. So you're dating your friend or Samakara organizing ngati simuli limozi
zanga
ndama kaona ndema siku ano kale kuti mwina WhatsApp iwonetsa offline jani ndemwina akhaleso kuti nzako ujali kutali ndekuti ndi mavuto. Yeah, so if you ask me, the worst thing I've heard was that one. It was 2012. Anthu ena anatengerana ku court jani. Yeah, but me I said
them say what they want.
So banda nchito. There is no need you kumazibanga defend.
Was there no need because it was true, so it wasn't hurting, or because you just felt like
I don't believe in I'm somebody. If I hear that umandinena or manayina, I will not come to you and ask you. And mpaka ndizafera I will not ask.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think you could to most people samakala they've got evil intentions agama kunena. Mango kala my influences they want to be seen kuda umadziwa zinthu zambiri. You know when a group baja you have people that mafuna zoneka.
I know my details are what could yeah it's actually amakangatika status kamene amapanga
it's happened to me. Someone said a lot of things ndamukana she was telling my cousin. We went at some restaurant. My cousin asked this person, "Do you know this guy?" And she says, "I don't know him." My cousin, "Oh, okay." They went and sat somewhere. My cousin came. And you know what? And then this is the girl I was telling you. Amanduza kuti dinamkana Horace Nyaka amandivutisa. Then oh, but she told you, yeah. He said she's never seen you. She doesn't know you. So. Kurunkwire muthu ngati amene yuyu ndizobanda nchiro. Because when you keep grudges against people umakauta anthu ena aja walandira garbage yawo. so I just leave it kaya muntu amanena zoiba jotani so that time my family they reacted. Of course my sisters they reacted differently because they know me. So like my other sister office kwa mamunena ajimwena kunyanjani, she told them kuti amuna anu akazakhala ochuka muzaona so bati pamene sama ikapo munhu osachuka so amuna anu sanafike po akazafika po amuna anu muzaona mmene mumo so that's the thing, but because it was the first. Masiku anu anthu amangolemba.
Yeah, but they'll be there. They'll circulate, but
this one was like the first. They called it Medwardambari. So they listed ose maloya wa machani aliyesa amene
didi maile
chilisti kuno zinthu zinavuta mabwana ntawuni mwe anakuya kwa basi nakutumiza mabouncer chani. I said zitayeni so that one was really, it was a disturbing thing. Yeah.
Great. I think in conclusion, let's also just talk about things in general, the things that you like posting about mainly on social media.
Yeah.
I find your post now is a bit like I don't know more satire kind of like you would be talking about it just serious, but in the way you put it, you read, you go, okay. Do you get this judgment from people maybe look at you as serious because like
I do. In fact, so you see, the way I look and what people think about me is different. I'm basically, by Malawi standards, I'm a giant.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and they just look at this kamutu kazi kotani. Yeah. So when sometimes we meet in person, they'll be like, wow. So it's you. Yeah, so some people come in inbox kodi pamene pamatantha uzojani makuti na akuyeko atani. Yeah, but then I say if I've written something on Facebook, it's just me. Yeah, you don't need to come to me to start asking me questions. I don't need to explain what I've already
put out there.
Yeah. But the female gender, basically, I'm someone they look at that was bwana. Yeah, me, my friend, the Guzman Kaminjo. Yeah, so it's also in the judgment. Ima karabo yambiri. Find good if in your woman umpeza good is disturbed so. Nanga asma they also talk. I don't know walemba izi wapangaja good. Nde makana no kukubwera makotoda. Musi as menes. Anzanga undine. So I say, I'm a writer. This is what I was trained to do. I communicate. So not everything that I write in Makala, it's about Sometimes I'm just writing to provoke and to kuganiza. Sometimes to lobe and to asinte maganizidwe. Sometimes just to challenge society. So that's why I write. So don't take it personal. So the judgments, they come. They come a lot.
I see.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
No. I mean, thank you so much for coming through.
Yeah.
Whenever you have got something that you want us to talk about, let's sit down, let's have this conversation.
It's interesting. I was not sure. I didn't know what we'll talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why the first days I was like... until Sam got angry and I did opera. So
no, I talked to Sam because we've been pushing like, no, we want to hear my views. I'm against. I mean, it's all what it is. I know this song Horace, and we've been discussing it for a long time.
So yesterday I said, today I was supposed to travel. So I said, let me do this, then maybe I leave tomorrow. But it's been a fruitful conversation.
No, thank you so much. I think, like you say, we have a lot of things that we don't want to talk about.
That's
we know. That's
so
very true. It's our pleasure to actually have you and just being open and have this conversation.
Thank you so much. for having me. I'm sure we'll have another time to
Exactly.
discuss something else.
Yeah, I think next time we'd want to have Andwena, so not just you, Andwena. I mean, the differing views, so we can have like a
have a discussion to see different points of view.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I think we'll be able to plan for something like that, and we'll reach out to you.
No problem.
So we can keep these conversations going and challenging the norms that. Sure. No, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found conversation here very, very fruitful. If you have any questions, make sure you drop a comment, or you can send us any perceptions or ideas or whatever that this conversation has started in your mind when you listen to it. And if you think there's need for any clarification, he's not far. We will talk to him just to also hear what he would say based on your comments and suggestions as well. My name is Dennis, and this is Lab 20 Podcast. Make sure you subscribe, share this conversation with your friends, and let us also hear what they think when they watch or listen to this conversation. Until next time, we're out. 1, 2